Better round up someone else to help. 3 of you don't stand a chance against me.
What? I could fuck you up by myself.
If I had a bag over my head and my hands tied behind... Actually, no, not even then.
Today is May 19th, marking 2 years since the release of The Witcher 3. And man, those 2 years have really gone quick. Since the release of The Witcher 3, we've seen a lot of great games and a few disappointments, but nothing will be remembered for years like the masterpiece crafted by developer CD Projekt Red. Strangely, it's also been almost a year since the release of the Witcher 3 expansion Blood and Wine, which ended up being one of the best DLCs for a video game in years, and a true expansion. Yeah, I know, another Witcher 3 appreciation video, those have never been made before, right? But sometimes there are games like this that deserve the praise. When a company seems to do everything right, you'd be crazy not to applaud. There are a few games I consider to be some of the best of all time, and The Witcher 3 is definitely one of them. Between the powerful main quest, all the side stories, all the side characters that have so much depth in each with their own background, all in this master-crafted open world, everything about this game just clicks with me. It's fantasy, but everything feels so real. Good writing, character animation, and vocal direction can go a long way, and the quality remains unrivaled. There's a reason why 2 years and 340 hours of gameplay later, I keep coming back. Alright, enough of that. You could probably tell that first part was scripted, but I had a bunch of thoughts going in my head and I wanted to get them down before I forgot them. And now I'm going to go off the script. No more script. I'm not reading off of anything now. And I just want to make my own video appreciating The Witcher 3 because I never made a Witcher 3 review and never made a video specifically about the game, at least from what I remember. And well, seeing as how over the last 2 years I've made maybe 12 videos, it's easy to remember what I've made. But The Witcher 3 truly is one of my favorite games of all time, and for a lot of reasons. The game just sort of gives me this sense of like immersion that I can't really find anywhere else. I can get immersed in like an Elder Scrolls or a Fallout, which are 2 of my other favorite franchises, but those games offer a totally different experience than Witcher. Witcher is more focused, you know, of course, with every time you play The Witcher 1, 2, or 3, you're always Geralt of Rivia. You're always the same character, and you can sort of make your own decisions within reason, right? There's nothing quite like the game world that CD Projekt Red has built here, of course based off the books, but all these characters, they're so detailed, they're so well designed, not just in the way they look, but the way they speak. The vocal direction is fucking top notch. It's so jarring going from a game like The Witcher 3 and playing a game like Mass Effect Andromeda, which, Jesus Christ, what fucking happened there? The quality difference, I'm not trying to mock Andromeda. Andromeda is good in its own separate ways, totally separate ways. I'm just trying to point out The Witcher 3 is praised and considered one of the best games ever. To some people, the pinnacle of role-playing games for a reason. Because this game, while it's not perfect, it's perfect where it matters. It seems to do everything that it's trying to do right. And there are parts of the story that are poorly paced, but it's really easy to overlook the negative when there's so much fucking positive. And I gotta say, with Witcher 3 being as good as it is, it makes me a little concerned for Cyberpunk 2077. It doesn't make me concerned for the quality of the game. I'm sure Cyberpunk 2077 is gonna be fucking incredible. My issue is, now that Witcher 3 is out, prior to Witcher 3, CD Projekt Red was sort of... It didn't really have the massive following that it does now. Witcher was a very niche sort of game, and I still think it kind of is, but Witcher 3 has had so much success, it's becoming more mainstream, more people know that name. If you're a gamer over the last 5 years, you know what The Witcher 3 is. You've heard that name. It's like, oh, Witcher 3, yeah, I've heard that's really good. With all that said, let's get to the main point. I feel like the expectations for Cyberpunk 2077 are going to be unreachable. With every CD Projekt Red title, there's been massive improvement, and unless, maybe I'm wrong, Maybe Cyberpunk 2077 will be the bee's knees. It'll knock your fucking socks off. It'll be the best game ever made, so on and so forth. But I really feel like the expectations are going to be built so high by the time that game comes out that it's just not going to be able to meet them, and thus we'll have all these people saying, "Oh, look at CD Projekt Red now. Look at how far they've fallen. Oh, disappointing game. All this shit." We've seen it before, and we'll probably see it again, whether it's with CD Projekt Red or not. While this game is phenomenal, and 2 years later I'm still playing it and still having a great time, and I'm about to start the DLCs again, we gotta remember these are human beings making these games. They can only do so much, and human beings are inherently flawed, and there's no such thing as perfect. So don't expect CD Projekt Red to give you everything that you ever wanted in their next titles. It's just not going to happen. It's rare that we get a game like this that is just so good. We'll be looking back at Witcher 3 as a classic, as sort of the pinnacle of its time, one of the best, and it probably will be for a very long time until we see other games with better fucking writing, better vocal direction, better character animation. Like almost every scene in The Witcher 3, and I say almost, but like 95% of them, the characters, the way they move, the way they speak, the way they act, it just fucking works. And no, Todd, not working as in running up the side of a mountain on your horse. I mean, it just works the way it should. And with all that said, Witcher 3 is a fantastic game. I think I've covered everything I wanted to cover in this video. What are some of your favorite Witcher 3 moments? Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, and I'll see you all next time.